Right now the crypto market is once again paying attention to Zcash, ZEC, one of the oldest and most respected privacy-focused cryptocurrencies in the blockchain industry. At the moment ZEC is trading around $240, and today the coin has shown a 5% pump, which has quickly caught the attention of traders and analysts across the market. Whenever a privacy coin like Zcash begins to move upward, it usually triggers discussions about whether a larger trend could be starting. Many investors are now wondering if this pump is just a short-term bounce or the beginning of a stronger rally that could eventually push ZEC much higher in the coming years. To understand why Zcash is moving today, it is important to first understand what makes the project unique. Zcash was created as a privacy-focused cryptocurrency that allows users to send transactions either publicly like Bitcoin or privately using advanced cryptography known as Zcash and ARKS. This technology hides the sender, receiver, and transaction amount while still allowing the network to verify the transaction. In a world where financial data is increasingly monitored and tracked, the concept of private digital payments has become a powerful narrative. That narrative alone is one of the reasons why Zcash continues to attract attention even years after its launch. The 5% pump we are seeing today around the $240 price level could be influenced by several market factors. One of the biggest drivers of ZEC price movements has always been the overall crypto market trend. When Bitcoin and major altcoins begin to show strength, capital often rotates into older projects with strong technology and historical credibility. Zcash falls directly into that category. It is not a new meme token or experimental project, it is a long-established blockchain with a clear use case focused on financial privacy. Another factor influencing Zcash price movements is the behavior of large investors, often called whales. Whale activity can have a major impact on cryptocurrencies with relatively smaller market capitalizations compared to giants like Bitcoin. When large wallets accumulate ZEC and move coins off exchanges, the available supply decreases, which can support higher prices. On the other hand, when whales begin distributing their holdings, it can create selling pressure and lead to corrections. Market analysts often watch these wallet movements closely because they provide clues about future trends. Coin market cap. Recently the Zcash ecosystem has also experienced important internal developments. At the beginning of 2026 the project faced uncertainty after the electric coin company development team stepped down following a governance dispute, creating concerns about the future direction of the network. However, new initiatives and organizations stepping in to continue development have helped restore some confidence in the long-term vision of Zcash. Coin market cap. Despite these challenges, Zcash remains one of the most recognized privacy coins in the crypto market. As discussions about financial surveillance, central bank digital currencies, and digital privacy grow louder around the world, many investors believe privacy-focused cryptocurrencies could become increasingly important. This narrative alone has the potential to drive renewed interest in projects like ZEC. Looking toward the future, many traders are already focusing on ZEC price predictions for 2026. Predicting the exact price of any cryptocurrency is extremely difficult, but analysts often use historical cycles, technical indicators, and adoption trends to estimate possible ranges. Some forecasting models suggest that Zcash could trade within a broad range between roughly $212 and $486 during 2026, depending on market momentum and adoption growth. If the coin manages to reach the upper end of that range, it would represent significant upside from current levels around $240. Coin Codex. In a moderate bullish scenario where the crypto market grows steadily and privacy coins maintain relevance, ZEC could realistically move toward the $300 to $400 range over the next couple of years. This would reflect growing demand for privacy features and a broader recovery in the altcoin market. In a stronger bull market scenario, especially if Bitcoin enters a powerful rally similar to previous cycles, Zcash could potentially revisit higher resistance zones. During major bull markets, capital tends to flow into established altcoins with strong narratives. Privacy coins have historically performed well during these phases because investors begin exploring alternative use cases beyond simple store of value assets. Some optimistic analysts even believe that if financial privacy becomes a global concern and Zcash successfully strengthens its ecosystem, the price could push above $500 during the next major bull run. Achieving such levels would require strong market sentiment, continued technological development, and increasing adoption of shielded transactions. However, there are also risks that investors should understand. Privacy coins face unique regulatory challenges because governments sometimes worry that anonymous transactions could be used for illegal activities. If major exchanges were pressured to delist privacy coins or impose strict restrictions, liquidity could decrease and prices might suffer. Another factor influencing Zcash's future price is competition. Over the years several other privacy-focused cryptocurrencies have emerged, each offering their own approach to anonymous transactions. For Zcash to maintain its leadership in the privacy sector, the network must continue evolving its technology and expanding its user base. Still, the long-term narrative supporting Zcash remains powerful. In a digital world where every financial action can potentially be tracked, a blockchain that allows individuals to control their privacy may become increasingly valuable. The growing discussion about data protection and financial freedom has already sparked renewed interest in privacy technologies. From a technical perspective, the current price around $240 places CEC near several important resistance levels. If the coin continues gaining momentum and breaks above nearby resistance zones around the mid-$200 range, it could trigger additional buying activity from traders watching technical charts. Momentum in crypto markets often builds gradually before accelerating rapidly once key levels are broken. At the same time, support levels below the current price help determine how strong the market structure is. If buyers continue defending these support zones, it indicates that investors are willing to accumulate CEC during dips. This type of accumulation phase often precedes longer upward trends. For long-term investors looking ahead to 2026, the future of Zcash will likely depend on three main factors. The first is the overall direction of the crypto market. If the industry enters another major bull cycle, many altcoins, including CEC, could benefit significantly. The second factor is technological development and ecosystem growth. Continued improvements to privacy features and scalability could strengthen Zcash's position in the market. The third factor is regulation. How governments choose to treat privacy coins will play a major role in determining their accessibility and adoption. Right now, the 5% pump to around $240 might only be a small step in a much larger journey. Crypto markets move in cycles filled with volatility, corrections, and sudden rallies. Zcash has already survived multiple market cycles since its launch, proving that it has staying power in a rapidly changing industry. Whether CEC eventually climbs to $300, $400, or even higher by 2026 will depend on how the next few years unfold for both the crypto market and the global conversation about financial privacy. What is certain is that Zcash will continue to be watched closely by traders, analysts, and privacy advocates alike. And if the demand for private digital transactions keeps growing, this long-standing privacy coin could once again become one of the most interesting stories in the cryptocurrency market.